All right, so turns out something is wrong with my wrist. Now, the reason why I have this wrist brace, I was doing some CrossFit, doing snatches. When you know what snatches, you need to keep the bar close to your body and do the shrug, elbows up, and then kind of get under the bar pretty quickly. I got lazy. In CrossFit or any other space fitness that you are committed to, you might hear of a workout called an EMOM, every minute on the minute. And it was snatches, again, which is that movement where it's a wide grip, you're coming overhead, finishing overhead, or, you could do a power snatch. I was doing lighter weight, but, I think the lack of stretching, the lack of just kind of getting warm, especially when you're in negative degree weather here in Chicago, can take a toll on your body. Being north of 30 can also do that too. So, went out forward in front of my face and immediately felt a click here in my wrist. I knew something was wrong right away. The next day, it was all stiff, hurting. This is the first time I ever had a wrist injury, so I'm still working with my physical therapist to try to figure out what's going on. X-rays were inconclusive, so nothing broken. Just sitting at the desk like this, scrolling, typing. It hurts, the movement going down. So I think what I did was kind of had this overflexion, but every day it changes. Ask my wife, it changes. I sprained my wrist, I tore a ligament, I stretched the ligament, I hyperflexed it. I mean, my forearm's broke. I have so many things that I continue to think that are wrong with it, but you should always be warm no matter what fitness level you are. But I try to go as much as possible. I try to keep moving as much as possible. Especially, like I said, being north of 30, I sometimes don't feel good enough to get up mentally or physically. It doesn't help when I get these little injuries. But I think the biggest thing to take away is keeping your body warm, keeping it moving. If I was, working on mobility every day or more than I usually do, this probably wouldn't have happened. It's not anybody else's fault but my own. It's there's things built into the workout that have a stretch and get ready, but you can't just show up, expect crazy things not to happen, I guess. So really, I don't know where I'm going with all of this. I just thought it'd be nice to update you on where I'm at and also kind of keep it as a way for me to be held accountable to myself, to press play, right? I talked about this in my first video for like a second, and really I was just trying to figure out how to get the lighting right here, which I just immediately realized I didn't turn on one light, but hopefully it still looks pretty decent. My whole thing is I'm just trying to play around with the camera, get used to it, press play as much as possible, as often as possible. Again, I feel like I have everything I need. It's just the mentality, the mindset, just like when it's going to the gym, right? You have to get yourself warm, you have to keep moving. And I think that applies here with video work, filmmaking, whatever it is that you are trying to accomplish in your life, not only this year, just on a daily basis. I really feel like you have to stretch those muscles. You have to get things working, right? And if it means, getting my camera warm by turning it on, pressing play, setting up lighting, playing around with things. I'm not going to be a perfect finished product by any means right away, but I know I have the hunger and drive to just continue to learn. Like, that's one thing about me, is that I feel like I call myself a perpetual learner. I love to learn. I love to experience new things. If it's something that I'm really passionate about, I can almost like visually see myself doing it. I really think that helps with anything that I start. Hopefully you're watching, getting something out of this, then you'll have plenty to hopefully apply to your life. That's all I want to accomplish here, is just like be transparent, learn as much as possible, and keep you guys up to date with things that maybe you can do for yourself. So, bye.